What's up, Nerdgenic Nation? Superhero nerd Aaron Waller back again, and today we are talking about the long-awaited sequel Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and if after such a long wait and tragic loss, talk about just how it stacks up. Black Panther Wakanda Forever sees the people of Wakanda fighting to protect their home from intervening world powers both known and unknown as they mourn the death of King T'Challa. Now, I knew this was going to be a bit of a tough movie to watch after the sudden and tragic death of Chadwick Boseman, and it is certainly felt quite a few times throughout this movie, in the beginning and the end, especially as they tell the story and loss of T'Challa, mourn him, and reflect on scenes featuring the late actor. And they did as I expected they would by managing to be extremely tasteful and honoring to not only his character but also Boseman himself. It's very heartfelt and you can feel the weight of the loss on the character's story and film overall. That being said, however, this movie is actually quite amazing. I'm sure a lot of people will likely say that it isn't nearly as good as the original, and honestly, how could it be with such a gargantuan task of carrying on a legacy without its core piece? But what it is able to do is be a massive win not just for one, but a handful of female characters, including Shuri, Nakia, Ramonda, Okoye, Riri Williams, and so many more. Each one has a unique arc and their own amazing badass moments that will make you excited for the evolution of their individual stories. And none of them feel like they got the short end of the stick. Each one of these female characters has their own arc in different ways, and I think it's a massive testament to each one of them and the story they're able to tell and focus on them rather than a male savior. And then there's the newcomer Tenoch Huerta as Namor. Honestly, I'm a bit torn about him. I think he does a lot of really cool things and does a brilliant job at playing the iconic Marvel character, especially since he very much toes the line of villain throughout. That's how he was originally written though, and thus makes a lot of sense for the character. But he does a fantastic job, and I'll be very interested to see what he's able to do in the future of this character. In terms of story, however, I think it was good, but it did feel a bit rushed, especially at the end. The film is an absolute epic in regards to the way that it builds the tension from the opening scene, then builds upon it in different ways, all the way up to the final battle. But then it feels like things all of a sudden just sort of get wrapped up in the final 5 minutes as if they weren't quite sure how to end things while still honoring Boseman in some way, passing along the torch of Black Panther, and setting up potential future installments of this franchise. And I don't want to give too much away about the film as there are some still minor surprises that haven't been revealed yet that I do want to focus on and discuss in future videos. But I wouldn't necessarily say that the sequel is worse than the first film. It had a lot to live up to with the loss of an actor and character who made a massive impact in a very short amount of time. So I would say that it's definitely different, but not in a bad way, and for that reason I'm going to give Black Panther Wakanda Forever an 8 out of 10. It is definitely worth seeing and a great end to what I would say was a largely mixed to disappointing phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So those are my thoughts on Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and now I want to hear from you in the Nerdgenic community. Have you seen the movie, and if so, what did you think and where would you rank it amongst the other MCU films? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. And while you're down there, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos from me or the rest of the Nerdgenic team. And also be sure to give us a follow across all social media platforms at Nerdgenic. That way you don't miss out on any special news, announcements, or articles at nerdgenic.com. But in the meantime, if you want even more Marvel content from us, check out this playlist right over here. Or if you love comics like I do, check out the History of playlist where I give the comic book history of various heroes and villains right over here. That does also include Namor the Submariner, so be sure to check out that video. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We hope to see you in the next video.